Okay, so here's the first video we're going to watch. This is of our guy, Larry Fink. Fairy Link, we'll call him. This is Fairy Link. But before we watch the video, I want to give a shout out to Thomas at heyapollo.com. He's also doing some really good work in Bitcoin. He's got a great Twitter feed, and I would highly suggest that. Two follows on Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter guy. I spend the majority of my time on Nostr, but two of my favorite follows are Thomas from Hey Apollo and Bitcoin News. So those are my kind of two people that I always check on in terms of Bitcoin. So this is what he says. Larry is excited, and I would be too. When BlackRock has 500,000 Bitcoin and they pushed up the price to 1 million, BlackRock will make 1.25 billion in fees every year forever. Think about that. Let's take a second. Let's think about that one. BlackRock has 500,000 bit. When BlackRock has 500, they're not there yet, but when they do, and they push the price to 1 million, BlackRock will make $1.25 billion in fees every year forever. So yeah, no shit. Larry Fink is going to be excited about the demand for Bitcoin right now. They're not stupid people. I'll tell you that for free. They're not stupid people. So let's see what old Fairy Link has to say here.
Look, I'm very bullish on the long-term viability of Bitcoin.
I was going to say, did that surprise you?
That surprised me how much that's gone up. I mean, look, it is. We're creating now a market that has more liquidity, more transparency, and I'm pleasantly surprised, and I would never have predicted it before we filed it, that we were going to see this type of retail demand.
So you thought you'd do good, but not this good.
I thought, yes.
Well, IBIT is your ETF over at iShares.
Yes.
It's about to overtake Grayscale, which was in the business certainly a lot longer. You look at the gains since January 11th when it first came about.
Yes.
Have you ever seen this much inflow this quickly into
IBIT is the fastest growing ETF in the history of ETFs. Look, I'm very bullish.
Fuck that guy. I can't stand these people. I can't stand to look at them. I can't stand to listen to them. And he says that he thought it was going to do good. Oh, did you, Larry? Did you think that Bitcoin was going to be good? Okay. I must have misheard you then when you were calling it rat poison and a Ponzi scheme and everything else for the last 5 years while you were getting ready for this. Anyways, that's not the point. I'm not going to get fired up here. We got to stay calm. We got to stay cheerful. I mean, it's good news for Bitcoin. BlackRock can try to get as much Bitcoin as they want. They're not going to change anything with it. That's my theory. Not really theory, but it's reality of things. There's just no chance that they could have any sort of impact unless all the Bitcoiners decided that they're going to sell their Bitcoin and buy dumb shit. But at that point, when Bitcoin's that high, what are you going to buy? So anyways, it's good. It's good that, you know, people are able to access Bitcoin now. All the big capital is able to access Bitcoin now. It's disgusting how much fees BlackRock's going to charge on it. So all we can really do is just keep pushing forward and telling people the dangers of the ETFs, telling people how important it is to take self-custody of your own Bitcoin. You don't want to have any sort of counterparty risk with Larry Fink. You don't. You want to have exposure to the assets that he's investing in, but you want to keep those assets in your own possession. That's the entire point of Bitcoin.